Speaking to reporters before entering the courtroom on day 20 of the hush money trial, Trump again griped that he would rather be campaigning instead of sitting in an icebox all day for almost 5 weeks. He added that his team would be resting their case pretty quickly. After listing several conservative legal scholars who echoed his assertion that he did not commit wrongdoing, the former president blasted the hush money trial as a kangaroo court. He expressed hope that the appellate division will take care of the legal battles he's facing and accused Judge Juan Merchan, without evidence, of being highly conflicted. Trump insisted that his lawyers have presented a phenomenal case in the hush money trial and declared, "We've won the case by any standard." He added, "Any other judge would have thrown this case out." As court begins for the day, Costello is set to return to the stand. Prosecutor Hoffinger starts her cross-examination with a series of questions about emails he provided to the district attorney's office, including one message from Cohen, in which he told Costello to stop contacting him. "Please, cease contacting me, as you do not and have never represented me in this or any matter," Cohen wrote, according to the exhibit displayed to the courtroom. Costello's demeanor on the stand could be a double-edged sword. His attitude, already grating on the jury, might undermine his credibility. As prosecutor Susan Hoffinger questions him, Costello's evasive and combative responses only serve to make him more dislikable. Exhibit after exhibit impeaches his testimony, painting a picture that contradicts his claims. The emails presented by Hoffinger speak volumes, needing no embellishment from Costello's frequent rebuffs. The cross-examination takes a personal turn when Hoffinger asks about Costello's relationship with Rudy Giuliani. Costello admits to a long-standing friendship, revealing that Giuliani even attended his wedding. This connection to Giuliani, a central figure in Trump's legal battles, raises questions about Costello's impartiality. Giuliani, once a celebrated mayor of New York City, now finds himself entangled in Trump's myriad legal issues, including an indictment in Georgia for efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Costello's testimony, marred by his attitude and close ties to key figures in Trump's circle, presents a challenge for the defense. They must navigate the growing skepticism in the courtroom and find a way to mitigate the damage done by his cross-examination. The jury watches closely, weighing every word and gesture as the trial's narrative continues to unfold. Costello's emails and strategy. The courtroom atmosphere thickens as prosecutor Susan Hoffinger unveils a crucial email exchange. Hoffinger displays an email showing that Costello told his law partner Jeff Citron that their goal was to get Cohen on the right page without giving him the appearance that we are following instructions from Giuliani or the president. Costello's words, "In my opinion, this is the clear and correct strategy," are projected on the screen for all to see. This revelation strikes a chord, as it aligns with Cohen's prior testimony accusing Costello and Trump's campaign of attempting a pressure campaign to influence his responses. The courtroom buzzes with tension. Hoffinger seizes the moment, asking Costello, "As you said yesterday, the email speaks for itself, correct?" Costello, visibly uncomfortable, replies, "Sometimes." His evasive answer only adds to the jury's growing skepticism. The defense team's decision to call Costello as a witness now seems like a double-edged sword. While they hope to undermine Cohen's credibility by highlighting his alleged admission that he had nothing on Trump, today's testimony paints a different picture. The prosecution has effectively turned Costello's own emails against him, suggesting he was part of an effort to silence Cohen and expressing anger when Cohen did not comply. As the defense rests, the weight of Costello's words and the prosecution's strategy hangs heavy in the air, leaving the jury to ponder the true implications of these revelations. The jury's adjournment and Trump Jr.'s defense. Judge Merchan explains that the jury won't return to court until next Tuesday for summations, adding that those closing arguments will not be quick, and he expects his instructions to take at least an hour. He said the court would have been in session today and Thursday. There is no way that we can possibly do what needs to be done in a cohesive manner. The judge said he decided the best thing to do was for the jury to adjourn now and return next Tuesday. He directed the jurors to continue keeping an open mind, and then he'll give final instructions on the law. He added that he expects to potentially work next Wednesday as well. Outside the courtroom, Donald Trump Jr. addresses the media. Emphatically, he states that his father didn't commit a crime and that the only problem is the witnesses who are experts in these things aren't allowed to actually testify to that, because you have a rigged system. Courts don't allow legal experts to testify because judges are responsible for interpreting the law. Today marked the first day Donald Trump Jr. attended the trial. He said that the prosecution's star witness, Michael Cohen, is a convicted liar and now an admitted thief who they're hanging the entire case on. He added that the other star witness happens to be a porn star. Trump Jr.'s remarks underscore the defense's strategy of undermining the credibility of the prosecution's key witnesses, setting the stage for the upcoming summations. Court reconvenes for jury instructions. Inside the courtroom, the atmosphere is tense as Judge Merchan and the lawyers for both the prosecution and the defense gather to discuss the jury instructions. This critical meeting will determine what the jurors should be advised on before they proceed with their deliberations. The courtroom is filled with anticipation. Both sides know the importance of these instructions in shaping the jury's understanding of the case. Outside the courtroom, Donald Trump re-enters, flanked by his legal team. He tells reporters there is no crime, but warns that the prosecution might try and devise one right now. Trump argues that Judge Merchan has been very helpful to the other side, insinuating bias. We have a situation where we have no crime, and this next couple of hours is very important because the judge can try and manufacture one, Trump continues. His statements echo his consistent narrative over the past weeks, maintaining that the trial lacks a basis and accusing Judge Merchan of corruption. Inside the courtroom, Judge Merchan begins the meticulous process of finalizing the jury instructions. The stakes couldn't be higher, as these guidelines will play a pivotal role in the jury's decision-making process. With both sides presenting their arguments, the tension in the room is palpable. The outcome of this discussion will set the stage for the jury's deliberations and, ultimately, the trial's verdict. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this high-stakes trial where every moment counts and the fate of a nation hangs in the balance. The final arguments and the end of the day. As the courtroom discussions continue, the lawyers on both sides debate the charge related to federal election law. The first charge concerns the Federal Election Campaign Act, or FECA. The defense argues that the unlawful means through which the alleged conspiracy was carried out should itself be a criminal violation, necessitating the addition of the term willfully in two places. However, the government counters that the language of New York Election Law 17-152 only discusses unlawful means, and it is not limited to criminal violations. Tensions rise as the defense pushes for language to show Trump could have paid campaign expenses on his own. Trump's lawyer, Emil Bove, insists on including language to help the jury understand that Trump could have financed his campaign independently. But Judge Merchan denies this request, stating that the defense can argue this point during summation, but it will not be included in the instructions. With the debate intensifying, the courtroom feels like a pressure cooker. Every word, every decision holds immense weight. Finally, the trial proceedings come to an end for the day. Court is expected to return next Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. for closing arguments and then jury instructions for deliberations. Judge Merchan has indicated that next Tuesday's proceedings may run long, hinting at the gravity and complexity of the case. As the courtroom empties, the sense of anticipation lingers. The final arguments and jury instructions will be crucial in shaping the outcome of this high-stakes trial. Stay with us as we continue to cover this pivotal moment in history, where every detail could tip the scales of justice. The fate of the trial, and perhaps the nation, hangs in the balance. If you liked the video and want to keep updated with the trial, subscribe to the channel. Did the defense do enough to protect Trump's credibility? Let us know in the comments below.